First off, we have Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan, who's known for her sweet, innocent look, unveiled a dramatically different look in recent years. Ryan appeared in various rom-coms and series in the 80s and 90s that matched her bubbly personality. It was a time that demonstrated her external and internal beauty. However, female heroine roles eluded the actress in recent years. She decided to go for the classic Real Housewives of Beverly Hills look and change the natural grace that she had during her prime. Her new appearance sparked debates among fans and the general audience about whether she got work done. The most obvious thing Meg Ryan got done is cheek filler or fat transfer to her cheeks, doctors say. When she smiles, the filler seems to move up, making her eyes look smaller, one doctor said. Surgeons believe Meg may have had too much Botox on her forehead, which dropped to the brows during time. As a result, her eyes looking smaller. Although she still looks absolutely beautiful, it is safe to say everybody misses her cute innocence from the 80s and 90s. Next up, we have Mickey Rourke. This American actor first appeared in Body Heat in 1981 before showing his acting prowess in his preceding films. It's nothing new to compare Rourke's work with the likes of James Dean, even Robert De Niro. His re-emergence in the 2000s with prominent roles in Sin City 2005 and The Wrestler in 2008 solidified his status in Hollywood. Plus, he was once known as one of the film industry's most handsome stars. Unfortunately, plastic surgery made his career dwindle. With his bad boy persona in 80s cinema, a botched plastic surgery changed the public's perception of him. The general audience argues that he had cheek and maybe chin implants. He lost his original tough guy packaging after the surgeries. In 2009, Rourke admitted that his looks did change because of botched plastic surgery. He said most of it was done to mend his boxing injuries. However, he went to the wrong guy to put his face back together, resulting in an extremely changed look. Next up, we have Madonna. At the 2023 Grammys, Madonna revealed her new look, and fans were, let's just say, confused. Some calling her a quote alien trying to blend in as a human, and others blatantly calling her quote hideous. 2 days after the Grammys, Madonna slammed people who chose to focus on her looks instead of the speech she gave before the historic performance she introduced. Sam Smith and Kim Petras were the stars that she was introducing that night. Instead of focusing on what I said in my speech, which was about giving thanks for the fearlessness of artists like Sam and Kim, many people chose to only talk about close-up photos of me taken with a long lens camera by a press photographer that would distort anybody's face, she captioned an Instagram video on February 7th. The pop icon went on to say that she is once again caught in the glare of ageism and misogyny that permeates the world we live in. Madonna says this world does not, quote, celebrate women past the age of 45 and will punish her if she continues to be strong-willed, hardworking, and adventurous. I have never apologized for any of the creative choices I've made, nor the way that I look or dress, and I'm not going to start today, the 7-time Grammy winner continued. I have been degraded by the media since the beginning of my career, but I understand that this is all a test, and I'm happy to do the trailblazing so that all the women behind me can have an easier time in the years to come. In the words of Beyonce, you won't break my soul. Next up, we have Miss Ariana Grande. Now, this one is not as noticeable as the other celebs we talked about, but fans are still wondering what happened to her face. YouTube videos went viral in 2023 and 2022 titled, quote, what happened to Ariana's face, and Ariana's eyes are weird. Here's what we know about Ariana Grande's alleged plastic surgery. 1. A nose job. Ariana Grande allegedly had a rhinoplasty procedure to reduce her nose size and shape it more naturally. This is one of the most common types of rhinoplastic procedures performed on celebrities because it gives them an instantly slimmer face, which makes them appear younger than their actual age. Number 2. Surgeons think she's had a brow lift. According to sources close to Ariana Grande, it is true that she has undergone a brow lift surgery. That is in order to eliminate the sagging skin under her eyes and make her look more youthful. It can do that by helping you look less tired or stressed out while also removing that angry look from your face. Number 3, surgeons think that she has had a facelift in recent years. Another common procedure that many stars go through is facial rejuvenation with fillers such as Botox injections. It helps prevent wrinkles from forming around their eyes or mouth area over time due to their age. Ariana even got emotional in a video posted on Vogue's YouTube channel recently, where she actually admits she no longer continues the Botox treatment and she felt like she was, quote, hiding herself under all those cosmetic procedures. Next up, we have the late Joan Rivers. In 2010, at 23 years old, Rivers revealed that she underwent 10 cosmetic procedures in one day, including a chin reduction, brow lift, and Botox injections. This beloved American comedian, host, and actress paved her way into stardom with her natural beauty. However, it comes as no surprise when plastic surgery enters the equation of a celebrity's life. She has had multiple procedures like facelifts, neck lifts, to name a few. In an interview with her husband Spencer Pratt, she said that she was too young to make life-changing decisions. She said she was under so much pressure from what she saw on the internet, it made her do these surgeries. But Joan Rivers said that everybody should take plastic surgery seriously. For her, the recovery was devastating. Her heart even stopped for a bit, which made her more transparent about all the work that she has gotten done. Next up, we have Jocelyn Wildenstein, a Swiss socialite formerly married to billionaire Alec Wildenstein. When in 1999 Alec filed for divorce, she reportedly spent $4 million on various surgeries. She denies having excessive plastic surgery, citing it's just her Swiss heritage, but admitted to one surgery to make her eyes more cat-like. According to her ex, Alec Wildenstein, she was thinking that she could fix her face like a piece of furniture. Skin does not work that way, he says. Wildenstein claims that she has not had any income at all for the last 8 years after her ex-husband's former family cut her off from her $100 million annual divorce settlement payments. The Swiss-born socialite decided to make a two-part docuseries and potential TV show produced by the team behind the hit Keeping Up with the Kardashians, because all her money's gone. I have a huge problem with my settlement, she told The Telegraph at the luxurious Mayborn Hotel in LA. Since 8 years, they have completely cut me off, she says. Wildenstein, now 82, rose to fame in the 1990s during her high-profile divorce from her art-dealing husband, Alec Wildenstein, from which she received a whopping $2.5 billion in the settlement and $100 million each year afterwards. Next up, we have Miss Donatella Versace. Her designs for Versace may spark 1,000 copycats, but there's no danger of women following suit when it comes to her new face. 20 years ago, the fashion guru had naturally full lips and very smooth skin, but as she stepped out 10 years ago in 2014 for the first time since major surgeries, her face was striking for all the wrong reasons. Users on Reddit have shared their opinions, and some of these comments are not the nicest, let's just say. Why is her face slick like Vaseline? She looks like a Muppet. And why does she look extraterrestrial? Are some of the top comments on the thread. Next up, we have Zac Efron. Considering that Zac Efron has literally grown up on screen, his fans are pretty familiar with his famous good looks. From his wholesome start as a teen star in High School Musical, through his recent dramatic turn in The Iron Claw, audiences have seen him through a variety of stages. When the heartthrob started looking noticeably different in recent years, they were understandably curious. Thankfully, there's no speculation necessary. Efron himself has been fairly candid about what has led to the transformation in his appearance. Zac Efron's famous face does look a bit different nowadays. The former Disney star revealed that he did have to undergo some medical procedures, but not for the cosmetic reasons some people might assume. In a 2022 interview with Men's Health, the actor revealed that his enlarged jawline was actually due to an old injury. While running in socks in his home in 2013, Efron slipped and smashed his chin against the granite corner of a fountain. The injury was so severe he lost consciousness, and when he woke up, his chin bone was hanging off his face. As for how the 2013 injury impacted his appearance so many years later, he explained to Men's Health that it related to his masseter muscles overcompensating for the injured muscles in his face, combined with his temporary failure to continue physical therapy. Our next celebrity is Miss Dolly Parton. Dolly is a country music legend, known for hits like I Will Always Love You and 9 to 5, but she's equally known for her plastic assets as well. One of the first times she admitted to getting work done was in 1977 in an interview with Barbara Walters. But honestly, Dolly, we love you and you look great. Our final celebrity today is Kylie Jenner. Since her initial debut on reality television, Kylie Jenner has undergone a significant, very dramatic shift from her lips to even her skin tone. Her latest new image, however, showcases a larger butt and a smaller waist. Most likely, a Brazilian butt lift or buttock implants were used to achieve the new look. To create a lower waist and a bumpier back, the Brazilian butt lift combines severe body sculpting with liposuction. For reference, a BBL employs liposuction to remove fat from other parts of the body, in other words, moving things around. Often the fat on the stomach or thighs is sucked out and injected into the buttocks. In a recent episode of the family show The Kardashians, Kylie said she would reverse the decision to get plastic surgery if she could. "I wish I never got it done to begin with," she told her BFF. "I recommend anyone thinking about it to wait after having children." She went on to say that her daughter Stormy, 5 years old, helped her keep things in perspective. "Obviously I have a daughter too. I'd be heartbroken if she wanted to get her body done at 19, like Kylie did. She's the most beautiful thing ever."
Friends star Courtney Cox revealed she regrets getting some filler. During her appearance on their survival skills reality TV show, Courtney Cox said, "Getting older is not the easiest, but I have learned lessons. I think I was trying to keep up with being older. I have done things I regret, and luckily there are things that dissolve and go away, so that's good, but that's not always my best look." She did let those things dissolve shortly after. Quite a bit later, in a 2022 interview with the Sunday Times, Courtney revealed that she thought she looked really strange after getting her procedures, and that what she had done to her face she would never do now. Kenny Rogers is an absolutely iconic man, known for hits like She Believes in Me and Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer. The late singer has fans all over the world. Most fans were shocked when Rogers revealed a pretty major transformation in the early 2000s. His 2013 memoir, Luck or Something Like It, Rogers gives an explanation as to why he got the facial procedures done, saying that he did it because he was trying to keep up with the younger stars coming in and wanted a bit of a revamp. A 2012 visit to CBS This Morning echoed this sentiment. He also shared in this 2012 interview that he regrets it. He said, "I had the money to do it and I had time off and I regret that. But the truth is, I don't know what I would have looked like if I hadn't done it." The part that he has gone on record saying that he regrets the most was his eye job. This happened in a 2006 interview with People. He said that the eye job was too tight around the eyelids for him and that it drives him crazy. But he had found the humor in the situation thanks to friend Dolly Parton, the country queen herself and Rogers' duet partner on the hit track Islands in the Stream. Apparently, Dolly used to tease him about the various surgeries. In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Kenny Rogers confirms all of this, saying, "Dolly and I used to laugh about it. I think he looks just fine after, but I can understand why he might have been upset with the after pictures." Khloe Kardashian has famously admitted that she was not happy with some of her procedures, specifically the fillers she had done in her face in 2015. According to the Daily Mail, Khloe allegedly said, "It did not work for me, I looked crazy, and I still think the effects are in there. I went to have it all dissolved like 3 times. The fillers were done shortly before then-husband Lamar Odom's accident." Khloe revealed that when she had spoken to her doctor about the mess-up fillers, he said, "I think it's just too much was happening to your real emotions, so she tried to get the fillers dissolved." Khloe was overall not thrilled about the situation, saying, "It was a bummer and now I'm afraid to do it again, and I'm almost like I swear things are still in my face." The entire thing was a pretty major reveal to Kardashian-Jenner fans, as Khloe has adamantly denied having any filler in the past. Just recently, Khloe has confirmed that she has had a nose job and has one regret about it, that she didn't do it sooner. That was shared via her Twitter accounts. Cameron Diaz disliked the way Botox made her look. She revealed this fact in a 2014 interview with Entertainment Tonight. The star of Charlie's Angels and Shrek shared that she has tried Botox before, where it was like a tiny little touch of something. It changed her face in such a weird way. She'd rather see her face aging than a face that doesn't belong to her at all. She went on to say that she doesn't want to smooth out the smile lines because that means she's smiled her whole life. While Botox might not be the choice for Cameron Diaz, she has no judgment towards people people who do choose to get Botox. Ariana Grande is in a similar boat. In her Vogue Beauty Secret tutorial that was posted to Vogue's YouTube on September 12, 2023, Ariana shared that she has had a ton of lip fillers over the years and Botox, but now she's over and done with it. Ariana has disclosed that she wants to now see herself age naturally. Like Cameron Diaz, Ariana Grande wants to see her well-earned cry lines and smile lines. She continued to share that she stopped all those procedures back in 2018 because, in her words, she felt like hiding because it felt too much. While she did seem to be done for now, she isn't ruling anything out for the future. She's leaving the door open for the possibility of a facelift, but not for a long time, like at least 10 years. But even then, it's only a maybe, so we'll check back in a decade. Star of The Hills, actress Heidi Montag has made many headlines, but specifically in the field of cosmetic surgery. She is known for undergoing 10 surgeries in one day in 2010. 10 in one day at age 23. For the face specifically, she had a brow lift, Botox, and a chin reduction, plus more. In a 2012 interview with Access Hollywood Live, Heidi revealed she was definitely way in over her head, and she only wanted a few enhancements, and then it kind of got out of hand. Further going on to say, "I wasn't really told the repercussions and what would happen, emotionally and physically, and the pain I would be in. It was kind of a shock." As of that 2012 interview, Heidi hadn't received any additional work, wanting to focus on being healthy, alive, and strong in her words. Right after these surgeries, she was open to more, but that has changed, especially more recently. In a 2019 interview with Cosmopolitan, Heidi shared her 32-year-old perspective on things, saying, "I was way too young to make such life-changing decisions, and I was under so much pressure because it was the beginning of comment sections and negativity and hate on the internet." Being in the Hollywood spotlight is never easy, and I'm glad she has found peace with the situation. Jennifer Grey has regretted her nose job that she received in 1989, not necessarily because it didn't look good. I think she looks great either way. It's just when she changed her nose, it changed her whole face, and she was suddenly unrecognizable. This decision went on to hurt her career. She had just done the iconic film Dirty Dancing, yet she wasn't getting hired much after in Hollywood, probably because she looked so different. At least, that is what Jennifer Grey thinks. She said, "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous," going further, saying, "I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job." Though it was hard for her to get roles, she wasn't completely out of the game. She had some guest appearances on Friends and House, as well as a few TV movies. She did famously win the 2010 season of Dancing with the Stars. Makes sense. Kylie Jenner has one of the most famous pouts in the world, making a considerable amount of money off the lip kits she created, so you can have one too. However, she hasn't always loved her lips. It's no secret that Kylie has had lip injections, but in a 2016 interview with Allure, and also her sister, Kim Kardashian, Kylie admitted that she definitely made her lips a little too big at one point. Kim agreeing with her. Kylie did explain herself, saying, "I got excited and I felt I needed to do a lot, and then you guys were like, Kylie, you need to chill, and then I had to go back and have it fixed, and it was a crazy process. Thank God I didn't end up on Botched." She regrets going overboard with the filler, but not getting it in the first place. Kylie's lips have definitely become a main part of her brand now, and I think they look great, and she seems way happier with them now. Just recently, on March 8th, Kylie sat down with the New York Times and shared some insight how she feels now, saying, "It's just years and years of not feeling like my face or looks are accepted. There's nothing anyone could ever say now that would hurt me." Melanie Griffith is known for Working Girl, Lolita, and giving birth to Madam Web herself, Dakota Johnson. Love Dakota, but this ain't about her. Melanie Griffith sat down with Vanity Fair in 2017 to discuss life, love, and her past plastic surgeries. She said she hadn't noticed something was up with the procedures and the amount she was receiving until outside parties started pointing things out. Griffith shared she was hurt by constant comments like, "Oh my god, what has she done?" and decided to take matters into her own hands. She started visiting a different doctor to get everything fixed up. She went on to say, "I went to a different doctor and he started dissolving all of this stuff that this other doctor had put in. Hopefully, I look more normal now." I think she looks great and is rocking it on the red carpet. She has appeared alongside her daughter Dakota on a few and has been in a few films more recently, like The Disaster Artist. She was also in Stuart Little 2 as a little bird. That's not on topic or important at all, but it is important to me. Sharon Osbourne seriously regretted a 5-hour facelift she had back in 2020 2021. In her own words, she thought she looked like a cyclops because one eye was different to the other. She was able to joke about the situation, saying, "All I need is a hunchback." The TV personality told the Sunday Times that the procedure was a full facelift and that she looked like one of those mummies that they wrap with bandages. It's a few years later though, and Sharon Osbourne, in my opinion, doesn't look like these descriptions at all. She looks great right now. Well, she was, and I cannot stress this enough, not very happy with the results, and neither was her husband, Ozzy Osbourne. He told her, "I don't care how much it costs, we'll get it redone." And she did. Sharon did have to wait until her face was fully healed before she could head back in the room, but eventually she was able to go back in and have everything corrected. Sharon is no stranger to cosmetic procedures and has openly spoken about the ones she's received in the past. While speaking to the Times, she revealed that she has had a tummy tuck, lifts to multiple body parts, breast implants, and Botox, as well as 3 facelifts. But it looks like Sharon Osbourne might be done with it all. In an interview with The Sun in April of 2023, she reveals that the previously mentioned disaster facelift has put me off and it frightens me. I really pushed it with the last facelift and I am now like, no more.
Kylie Jenner was caught crying during a new episode of The Kardashians about the hate she was receiving about her new look, as her face has seemed to completely change since she allegedly got plastic surgery. Now, Kylie Jenner is no stranger to fillers or Botox, but people think she's gone too far with her procedures now. At the beginning of the year when she was on red carpets, fans were calling her out for looking old. The comments came pouring in, with one saying, "What did Kylie Jenner do to her face? I read that she's only 26, but she looks old as hell here." Now, Kylie has addressed this on a new episode when she was talking to her sister Kendall. Kylie opened up about the backlash she received about her appearance and plastic surgery over the years. "It's like a miracle that I still have confidence and I can still look in the mirror and think that I'm pretty," she admitted to her sister Kendall as the two chatted on the couch. She went on to talk specifically about Paris Fashion Week, which she attended in September 2023. The younger Jenner said that for the first time, she decided she was not going to wear a lot of makeup while attending shows, which still prompted critics to attack her looks. "I'm wearing too much makeup and it's like you're wearing too much makeup, then I go and I don't wear a lot of makeup and someone catches me in a weird light," she complained. Now, speaking in a confessional setting, Kylie noted that it wasn't just this particular story that upset her. "I just hear nasty things about myself all the time," she told a producer behind the camera, adding that after 10 plus years in the spotlight, it just gets exhausting. Chrissy Teigen has also caught some flack for her looks recently. Chrissy revealed in September 2021 that she underwent fat removal from her cheeks. In an Instagram story, she wrote, "I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here," while pointing to her cheeks, adding, "And since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results and I like it. Yeah, I did it. What?" Then in January 2023, Chrissy shared a screenshot via her Instagram stories of a social media user who alleged that her face looked puffy due to face filler. "Have you seen Chrissy Teigen's new face?" the user wrote at the top of the video. "This post is not out of mean intentions, it's merely here to discuss overfill and its possible consequences. Chrissy Teigen's new face. Look at how your face could become if you're doing it wrong. There's too much reliance on hyaluronic gel fillers and not enough focus on building foundations, skin structure, and support. This can result in a puffy and bloated effect." Anya Taylor-Joy was one of the first celebrities people think got buccal fat removal that started the craze. In a recent Reddit thread, many fans began sharing their theories as to why they believe Taylor-Joy went under the knife for a more sculpted and sunken look, emphasizing her cheekbones. "I wish she didn't do buccal fat removal, she looks so cute," one fan commented. "Her face is no longer round and puffy, but chiseled and a little sunken." One user wrote, "Why is no one talking about the obvious nose job and buccal fat removal from her cheeks?" Now, Megan Fox's face has definitely changed throughout the years, and people were convinced that she had some sort of work done. Now, she had enough, and in 2011, she denied having any work done, and to prove this and stop the rumors, she posted an album to Facebook titled "Things You Can't Do With Your Face When You Have Botox" that featured pictures of her making various facial expressions. Now, after this was posted, a dermatologist explained her photos actually proved that she did have Botox. Now, recently though, Megan opened up about all the plastic surgery she's had, and she said that she got her breasts done when she was 21 or 22, and then had them redone after breastfeeding her kids. According to her on the Call Her Daddy podcast, she said, "I got them done in between the first and second Transformers, and Megan got them done as a young woman, and later on she had kids, and breastfeeding ruined her breasts, so it forced the star to hide her chest and herself from the public until they were fixed." Except, they didn't get fixed. According to her, the second time she got her breasts done, the implants were actually too large, and her body fat couldn't hide the edges of the implants, and they showed through her bare skin. Dove Cameron's facial transformation from 2008 to 2023 is incredible. She has changed drastically, and while some of these changes can be credited to just growing up, it appears that she's had some help from some plastic surgeons. While Dove has been transparent about her image and body issues, she hasn't admitted to receiving plastic surgery, but this hasn't stopped her from being the focal point of a lot of plastic surgery rumors. Now, numerous publications, including the US Sun, have speculated that Dove received a variety of cosmetic procedures throughout her time in the spotlight. According to these sources, experts have spotted radical differences in the former Disney Channel star's face features. In fact, they allege that Dove's facial transformation is so noticeable that it couldn't just be from natural aging and weight loss. It's been said that she had a nose job, cheek fillers, a fox eye lift, and more recently, buccal fat removal. Again, Dove has never admitted to this, but she could have just kept the procedures a secret. Now, Miley Cyrus has experienced ongoing physical transformations over the years, and some question if it's due to plastic surgery. Miley's faced rumors that she got a boob job when she was 20 years old after she started adding more chest-bearing clothing to her wardrobe. And recently, in new cover art for a new single and her appearance at the Grammys, people have been questioning her appearance. Taking to Reddit with a photo of the cover reveal, some fans couldn't help but call out the celeb's noticeably carved out cheeks. Many commented on the difference in her facial structure recently, believing she had a buccal fat removal procedure done. We need to imprison whatever plastic surgeon pioneered buccal fat removal. Now, she's also gotten veneers, and people think they look horrible, and some have even said that she looks like a horse. Can't tell if it's the buccal fat removal or the giant veneers that make her look so off these days, someone added. Now, in 2023, Liam Payne debuted a shockingly slimmed down face on the red carpet, which did not go unnoticed by fans or cosmetic surgery experts. He didn't look bad before, but his face, instead of looking soft and a little bit chubby, it looks more modelish and rugged, celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Ratman Kassir said. Fans theorized the star had undergone the popular cosmetic surgery buccal fat removal. Now, taking to Twitter, fans voiced their opinions by saying, "No effing way Liam Payne got buccal fat removal surgery. Liam Payne getting buccal fat removal is sending me to the actual moon." And a third wrote, "Still can't believe Liam Payne got buccal fat removal." Now, Dr. Azza Helm, a board-certified multi-specialist physician, says she doesn't think that fillers alone could help Liam achieve such a defined look in the lower part of his face, so she agrees that buccal fat removal likely played a role. Courtney Cox has opened up and revealed she regrets certain procedures she's had done to keep up with Hollywood standards. In 2016, she said, "Getting older is not the easiest, but I have learned lessons. I was trying to keep up with being older, and I have done things that I regret, and luckily they're things that dissolve and go away, so that's good, because it's not always been my best look." Admitting that she looked really strange after going under the knife. "There was a time where you go, oh, I'm changing, I'm looking older, and I didn't realize that, I'm actually looking really strange with injections and doing stuff to my face that I would never do now." Now, a lot of people don't believe her though, as she still looks completely different. In late 2022, Lea Michele posted some selfies that had fans questioning if she got buccal fat removal done. On December 12, 2022, Lea posted a selfie of herself comparing her features to those of the White Lotus's character Lucia. Now, users took to Twitter and TikTok talking about how it was obvious that she had undergone buccal fat removal. Now, if you look at her before and after photos, it's kind of a jump scare because she looks so different. Now, many people online have begun to make fun of her, comparing her to photos of chiseled Squidward from the show SpongeBob. Now, is it mean? Kinda, but is it funny and true? Absolutely. Now, there's been a rise in this type of plastic surgery, and while the procedure has been around for over 50 years, I'm doing 3 times as many buccal fat reductions this year than I was 5 years ago, New York plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Janko says. Now, Lea hasn't admitted to having anything done, but clearly she did something. People's faces just don't change like that. And lastly, we have Lil' Kim. Sources close to Lil' Kim says that she spent over $19 $1,000 to bleach her skin, get a nose job, and alter her cheekbones. In an interview in 2005, Lil' Kim finally admitted to getting several nose jobs done, and back in the day, Kim was one of the first hip-hop artists to undergo plastic surgery. Now, it was widely speculated that she'd also undergone a breast augmentation, chin and cheek fillers, and an eye lift, and speaking about why she wanted to alter her face in the same interview, she said, "I think I did it because I was a little too vain at the time. I was trying to be perfect, I'm a perfectionist," adding that she was a bit excessive when it came to surgery sometimes. It's clear that there's been skin bleaching and that she probably had her eyes done as well. It's also said she could have had Botox injections under the jaw for a more chiseled look, and that Kim probably had filler injected into her cheeks.
Erin Moriarty has become the new face, literally, of young celebrities giving into public perception and beauty standards, partly because the dichotomy found in her getting plastic surgery when her character, Starlight, in the show that launched her fame, The Boys, struggles with media attention on her body and face and receiving pressure to look a certain way and appease beauty standards. For fans of her character to see Erin undergo surgery for the exact thing Starlight was trying to run from, it caused a mass wave on social media. It became the epicenter of a conversation on young women being deeply affected by beauty standards and what features are deemed beautiful or not. Megyn Kelly recently did a news story with the Daily Wire's Michael Knowles calling plastic surgery a social illness. Kelly used Moriarty, who has received buccal fat removal, a chin and jaw shave surgery, a nose job, microblading, and lip injections as her example, saying more and more young women are doing this, referring to unnecessary plastic surgery on an already beautiful face. Kelly said, "It's not about an objection to plastic surgery, it's about an obsession with turning yourself into a fake version of yourself. I find it like a sign of mental illness. I really want to get into the heads of these young girls and say, please don't do this." Another fan base that was quick to point out the differences in their fave celeb was Noah Cyrus's. Noah Cyrus, who actually looked quite similar to her sister Miley and her mother Tish in her younger years, first went through a shocking visual change circa 2020. She debuted lip filler and cheek filler and microbladed eyebrows, as was the trend at the time in beauty, and it's something she's maintained as a visual sin. But in 2023, it looks like she went a step further when she got a nose job, as was pointed out by her fans after she attended the January 2023 Paris Fashion Week looking shockingly different. And now, in 2024, she has sparked rumors for buccal fat removal, as she's recently debuted uber gaunt cheeks, the current trend thanks to Ozempic as well. Someone who's also faced some commentary for looking different from their debut days is Kwan Nara. The former Hello Venus K-pop idol turned actress's plastic surgery controversy was sparked when photos from her junior high days were leaked online. There are some noticeable differences, primarily in the brow bone and nose area, which sparked discussions and some rumors about her having had plastic surgery. As the rumors escalated, she eventually addressed the speculation through a TV episode of Taxi. After the host admitted to having had plastic surgery himself on his nose and eyes, Nara explained, "I was shocked by my appearance at the beginning of my debut and have been consistently working on staying in shape ever since." She also insisted she never received plastic surgery, but that she's just been getting Botox for a long time. Despite her claim, plenty of her adoring fans did send messages of positivity and love, claiming even if she did have plastic surgery, as many still suspect she did, they weren't going to judge her for it. Reed Ewing, however, judged himself pretty harshly and shared how that affected his plastic surgery journey in the Huffington Post. The Modern Family actor expressed in an essay he had written about his heartbreaking battle with body dysmorphia. Ewing revealed that after moving to LA for bigger and better gigs, he became obsessed over what he perceived to be imperfections in his appearance as a man. That he wasn't handsome enough, chiseled enough, that these things would affect his career and his castability. His first plastic surgery as a result is at 19 when he gets cheek implants, which he described as incredibly painful both physically and emotionally. He had to wear a mask for weeks after the procedure, which led to him temporarily avoiding his home to avoid people knowing he had had it. Ewing claimed that the implants had actually made his face appear more gaunt because they defined his cheekbones rather than the actual cheek, and his second doctor then suggested a chin implant as a correction, instead of just removing the problem implants. Ewing got additional procedures, which led to more procedures, all in an effort to correct the prior ones. He had essentially become addicted to plastic surgery and explained that never once did a doctor recommend removing the things and just getting therapy. They always recommended doing more and more, feeding into the addiction and lining their own pockets. Reed has since sworn off plastic surgery in 2023, claiming it made him feel even more insecure and isolated than he did before he got any work done at all. Nikita Draga needed plastic surgery to help her blossom into the woman that she is, but she too, like Reed, became addicted and fell into a pattern of unnecessary surgeries that chased down imagined imperfections. Nikita, who was born the male sex, transitioned to the female sex over the past decade and shared that journey online, earning millions of followers in the process with her bold and brash personality. But in 2018, Nikita decided to get real about another side of herself she wasn't documenting. To quote, "I recently broke this addiction," she expressed, "and I know that's a lot to take in, but let me explain." Nikita shared that the hardest part of her transition was her hormone therapy. The changes in her body resulted in her being critical of her appearance, suffering from body dysphoria, and ultimately leading her to undergo more and more cosmetic procedures. Getting her brow bone and jaw shaved, she got 4 nose jobs, she got Botox, she got breast implants, which required more surgery to fix the complications with the breast tissue following. To quote, "I felt this immense pressure to need to pass, to need to be a woman, to need to feel this level of confidence, so I was really in this dark place where I had to look in the mirror and stop myself from wanting to change everything because it got to the point where I didn't even know why I was doing the surgeries anymore," she explained. Thankfully, the starlet has recovered from her addiction and continues to be an advocate for transgender youth and those with plastic surgery addictions. Crystal Hefner also came clean about her plastic surgery addiction and how it was shaped too by the unrealistic pressures put on women to fit certain parameters of beauty, or otherwise they'd be deemed unwomanly. As a Playboy model and one of Hugh Hefner's wives, Crystal Hefner felt that she was expected to look a certain way, explaining years later, "I don't know whether I felt empowered by dressing scantily clad, showing cleavage, etc., or if I just felt it was expected of me or what," she shared on Instagram. Whatever the reasons were, Hefner had a variety of surgeries performed on her, which eventually took a toll on her health. Her breast implants caused memory loss, spatial disorientation, migraines, and fatigue, and a fat transfer surgery almost cost her life. After all her negative experiences with cosmetic alterations and exhausted of maintaining the Hefner image after the dirtbag's death, Crystal opted for a more natural look, both in real life and on social media. To quote her, "I removed everything fake from my body and I deleted all my old photos. I am more authentic, vulnerable, and I feel I belong more to myself." She further explained she had concerns about who would stick around with her account moving in that new direction. "As I saw followers drop by the thousands every day, I was in the red. I was watching girls that had similar pages keep posting the same scantily clad stuff and growing exponentially while I tanked hard. But in the end, while she initially lost followers, her numbers eventually rebounded into a fan base that respected her authenticity." This next influencer once gave an Instagram shout out to a plastic surgeon. It's Sophia Richie. The plastic surgeon she shouted out in question was celebrity Jason Diamond, to whom she accredited, "Thank you for always taking care of me." Though Sophia, 29 at the time, didn't specify what work she'd had done, Dr. Rodriguez, who's a board-certified internal medicine physician, suggests based off her age and her facial changes during aging, to quote, "Sophia has likely received a rhinoplasty, lip fillers, and under-eye filler, and maybe chin filler. As for her wrinkle-free skin, probably Botox injections or laser treatments." Speaking of barely there adjustments made through plastic surgery, Hailey Bieber has had some sneaky subtle style of work done on her as well. Most of the young celebs nowadays, it's very subtle. Or do you not remember the iconic Kanye 2022 moment where for no reason during social media rant he aired out the fact Hailey had a rhinoplasty, calling her nose job Hailey Bald Loose? The model, 27, vehemently denied it at the time, but the rumor's been following her forever, and understandably so when past and present pictures are lined up. According to Dr. Ramtin Kassir, founder of Kassir Plastic Surgery, he thinks she got work done specifically around her eyes. To quote, "She likely had a blepharoplasty, aka a brow lift, or some expertly injected Botox around the brows." Another starlet who had blink and you miss it minor plastic surgery was Dove Cameron. There's no denying this one. The Descendants star, 28, has been acting since 8, so it's not surprising her look would evolve, but her acid changes suggest more than just growing up. Dove really looks like how she did when she was younger, just if you also happen to grab the skin around her temple and upper cheekbone area and yank it back towards her hairline. Dove has gotten a rhinoplasty as well as upper blepharoplasty, as her eyelids are no no longer as hooded, claims Dr. Carlos Rodriguez, director of Skinny Med Spa. He also threw in the speculation her lips may have filler, but he can't determine that as a factor of age or not, unlike very obvious brow lift. And last up is a celebrity whose subtle surgery combos became not so subtle when paired together. It's actually Miley Cyrus. Pair up her buccal fat removal, the big veneers with lip filler, eyebrow lift, and her newest diet of Ozempic, and you got a Miley Cyrus that looks like a permanently surprised Tim Burton character. This exact cocktail is what almost all our adored female celebrities have had done in the recent years. It's a surefire winner, and it highlights all the features most popular in bone structure and faces right now. But that's the thing, just because a feature's popular doesn't mean you can make it suit your face. Take Cyrus's notoriously soft cheeks and round face. It's completely genetic. You see them on both her parents and her siblings, but Miley decided to suck the buccal fat out and expose her cheekbones, which her face isn't really meant to do. It's caused the singer to look extremely gaunt. It clashes with her newest set of veneers, which they themselves are a whole other problem because they're too big for her mouth. You haven't noticed she's always had it open recently? I think she's playing it off well as an aesthetics thing, but it genuinely seems like it's just uncomfortable for Miley Cyrus to have her mouth closed around those giant veneers. You can even see the difference between them and her authentic teeth photographed in years prior. Meanwhile, up top, Miley did an eyebrow lift, which is to help her cheekbones not look so much gaunt as delicate, but it didn't really take. Instead, Miley is given a distinctly surprised and skeletal looking face, and since her cheeks were drained and her eyebrows yanked back, her eyes are looking larger than life in the middle. Well, the singer's newest 70s style aesthetic, 70s country blend aesthetic is helping carry these newly augmented features, as is her stylist. You know, the big coiffed hair distracts from the yanked back eyebrows, slinky 70s dresses distract from an alarmingly thin Ozempic frame, etc, etc. There's no denying Miley's had some very in-your-face work done on, well, her face.